Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys some tips and tricks, and as well show you guys some really good aiming courses you guys should be using to improve your aim here in Fortnite. So I'm going to be covering everything in this video, whether it comes to editing courses, tips, everything like that. I'm going to be covering in this video. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you need to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications, and as well leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And as well, make sure you guys have me added and supported as a creator. All you need to do this is go over to the item shop, hit X, go to support a creator, and then type in my code, and my code is Young Humor. And once you type that in, all you have to do is accept it, and you will have me added and supported as a creator. And just remember that every 2 weeks the code resets. You're gonna have to retype in Young Humor every 2 weeks. And lastly, I'm starting up my Twitch channel, so if you guys want to see some live gameplays, I'm gonna go for a lot of solo squads, high 20 kill gameplays. And if you guys want to see those type of gameplays, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. It's going to be Young Humor TTV, so make sure you guys follow me if you guys would like to see that. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. So in this video, I'm really going to be talking about the top 3 aiming courses that I use to help improve my aim in Fortnite, because it really does help to try to improve your aim without having to go into a game and going up against a bunch of sweaty players, because sometimes you don't want to go up against the sweatiest of players when you're trying to improve your aim. Most of the time, you rather just hop in creative, and these can also be used, and I do use them all the time to warm up before I go into public matches, before I do some solo squads. So they are really good for warming up as well. So I'm going to show you guys the 3 editing courses, and if you guys want to access these courses, the codes for that will be in the description, and as well who made them. So if you guys want to check any of that out, it will be down in the description below. So starting out with the first one, and this one is mainly a building and editing course, but there is a part to it where it does help with aiming. And the reason why I really like this part is because the targets that you have to hit are really small, and it's going to be very difficult to hit the shots, and it takes a lot of time, or it takes a lot of aim, and also takes a lot of skill to be able to hit these targets really quickly. So this is a really good warm-up to use, and something that I do quite a bit when I go to warm up my aim is practicing hitting these smaller targets, because they are a lot more difficult to hit than a normal sized target, or maybe even a bot. And one thing that's really good about this is when you're aiming on this, there's not going to be any aim assist. So practicing aiming without aim assist is going to be very difficult. So when you're going to actual games, your shot's going to be even like 2x better, 3x better, just because you're aiming on warm-ups, you're aiming without aim assist. So when it comes to actual games and you actually have the aim assist, it's going to be so much easier to hit your shots. And for those of you guys who are playing on PC, there is some other programs you can use to help improve your aim instead of doing these courses. I can't really think of those off the top of my head because I don't use them. I just play on controller, so I don't really worry about trying to get better with the mouse and keyboard. But if for those of you guys who do, there is some courses you probably can find it pretty easily. Just type it in Google or something, and those are really helpful for helping improve your aim and your tracking for any type of first-person shooter game. And it's kind of like the thing I just did at the first place, where I had to kind of aim at those smaller targets in a distance. It's kind of like that. It's gonna help you guys improve your aim a ton for those of you guys who are on PC. And the one other part to this first course that's going to help with aim, and you pretty much have to build up, and then after you build up, you go for an edit, or you go for 2 edits, and then you want to hit this cone or whatever it's called. So you want to go for the edit on it, and it's a little bit more difficult because there is no aim assist on that as well. So it can be a little bit difficult for people who are on control to line up that shot. That's why it's going to be really helpful. So when you actually go in game, it's going to be 10 times easier to hit the shot when you actually have aim assist on it. So here's going to be the second course, and to get the guns, you just have to go off spawn and then just go below, and you're going to find a SCAR. You're going to find a ton of weapons you can use. I think there's SMGs as well down there, and snipers. So pretty much there's almost every single gun down there, so you can practice with any gun. So first off, you just go for some window edits, and then the second part of this, you just want to go and practice your shoot and your jump. I'm not really sure exactly what to call it, but it's just shoot, you jump, and then you place the floor to catch yourself. That is something that I do game after game, so if you don't have that mastered already, that's definitely something you guys need to have down really well if you want to become really good at this game and just be able to dominate a lot of players, and as well just maintain your high ground from the shot. And the next part we have jump pads on either side, and you're going to use the jump pads to go back and forth, and when you're jumping, you want to hit the target that's going to be below you in the box. And this could be a little bit more difficult to hit your shot on, and it is for me because I'm not really used to moving around and hitting shots like that. And because usually when I play Fortnite, I'm not really on hoverboards going for shots, in that nature or just things like that. So for hitting shots for me, when it comes to, moving around like that, it's going to be very difficult for me to hit because I don't really practice a lot. But any other shots I'm pretty good at. And the thing that I like about this course, there is a lot of parts to it. So there's a lot of different things that you can practice, not just one particular thing like the first one. So there's a lot of different scenarios that you can get into. And this one is kind of just like an open area. And then there's going to be 3 bots on either side. And you can go for whatever kind of play you want. If you just want to go for a simple edit play, maybe if you want to build up, edit down. So there's a lot of plays and a lot of different things you can do from that position. And so the next part of this, there's going to be a salty house. And from here, you can work around the house and you can go for edit plays. And the thing I really like about this is because in actual games, you're going to have to be able to play enemies through buildings, and playing them in those close quarter areas is not going to be just long range kind of fights. So things like this are going to really help you guys out with a lot of shots. And mainly the shot I go for is a lot of times when I'm going through the builds, I'm boxing in, and as soon as I know the enemies are around the corner, I'm going to jump out and then I'm going to shoot and then I'm going to place my wall. And I'm going to build right away every single time, because even if I miss that shot, I still have control of the wall, which means I can go for an edit play at any time, and so the other player isn't going to be able to do much. Really, they can just wait for the edit or run away. They really don't have too many options there. So after you shoot, you want to immediately place your wall, and that's going to help you guys out when it comes to winning your gunfights in close quarters. And when you're going through these drills, one thing you want to do is you always want to try to go for the headshot every single time, because when it comes to actual in-game situations, if you're hitting headshots consistently, you're going to be doing twice as much damage. And that's really true if you guys don't already know that headshots do twice as much damage. So if you're hitting in the head, you're going to be hitting for so much more damage than you would if you hit for a body shot, or maybe even a leg shot, or for sometimes you hit for those 30 damage shots. And even if you hit for 30, if you hit him in the head, you're going to be doing 60 to 70 damage minimum. So you're going to be doing a ton of damage every single time. So if you can line up a headshot or any sort of shot in the head, you're going to be doing so much more damage, and it's going to put you at a huge advantage in that fight. And you're going to be able to win the majority of your gunfights if you're able to hit headshots on a consistent basis. And that's really just important for the early game, and that's something that I do in a lot of my videos, is I'm constantly lining up shots around corners and walls in the early game, because when it comes to the early game and you only have like a green pump, and that's just lucky enough you get a pump, but say you have a green pump and the other player maybe has an SMG, if you want to win that fight, you want to try to aim for the head, because if you don't, you're going to hit him for a 95 damage body shot, and if you're not quick enough and you can't duck behind any sort of cover, you're going to lose that gunfight every single time just because they have an SMG. So you want to be able to try to hit your headshots as consistent as possible. So when you're going through these courses, you always want to try to aim for headshots, and it's really going to help you guys out when it comes to actual games, because you're going to be winning a lot more of those gunfights just because you're going to be doing a lot more damage. And so another part of this edit course, and it's kind of similar to one of the things from earlier where you use the bounce path when you go back and forth, and you kind of have to look down and hit your shot. It's sort of going to be like that, but instead you're going to be going from a little bit of a stronger angle, so you have to line up your shot a little bit better. And this is really good. So when you go for the shot where you jump, you look down, you shoot, and you build, if you go for that shot, if you practice doing this with the jump pads when you're going really quickly, it's going to help you guys out when it comes to actually doing that shot in game, because in game it's going to be a lot slower because you're not getting launched by a jump pad or anything. So if you can practice this, lining up the shot really quickly, it's going to help you guys out when it comes to this in games, because in game it's going to be a lot slower, so you're going to have a lot more time to actually line up your shot. And I'm not going to lie, this part is going to be really good for practicing your L2 spam, because right here when I was L2 spamming, I was so much more accurate when I was actually moving across, because when you're moving across like that, your shot kind of gets messed up. But I was just spamming left trigger. I'm not going to lie, my shot was lined up pretty well on that shot. And so the last part in this editing course is kind of like a sniper part, where you can practice your snipes on other players that are kind of really far. And for me, if you guys watch my videos, I pretty much never pick up a sniper. You're never going to catch me using a sniper rifle in game. So practicing something like this really isn't going to help me out, because like I said, I pretty much almost never use snipers. But a lot of people that I talk to and a lot of people that I play with, they do use snipers, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys would as well. So this would definitely be something that you guys should practice on when it comes to practicing, your bullet drop, and as well just, lining up the headshots and just lining up the shots from those longer ranges with the sniper. And so overall, these would be my top 3 aiming courses I use the most when I practice for warming up, when I go into those solo duos or squad squad games, and there really are good practices for improving your aim, especially on the first one here where I warm up a ton, because it helps me aim a lot better without aim assist, and I'm going into actual games, I'm hitting a lot more shots. So this is probably one of my favorite ones to use. And with that being said, that's what for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, hope you guys liked it, and if you guys want to check out any of the maps I have right here, like I said at the beginning, it will be down in my description. I have the code for everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like, make sure you guys subscribe, turn on notifications, and alright guys, I'll see you next video.